Hello everybody and welcome to another week of remote working. Well, it won't be completely remote for some of you. I'm looking forward on Monday and Tuesday to seeing some of you guys in class, and what I'm hoping to do is to keep rotating that over the final weeks of term and hopefully getting everybody in at some point to come and see me, and so we can talk about all the work and everything else. I'm also hoping to launch some Microsoft Teams sessions starting at the end of this upcoming week. I've set up the team already, so hopefully you can all see that. Please go and have a look and give us a hi in the chat, and hopefully I'm going to work out how to do kind of video lessons on that one as well. So we'll have another point where we can meet up and talk about socialism and liberalism and conservatism coming up as well, which would be absolutely brilliant. So let's have a look at what we're doing this week. It is largely consolidation this week. So you're going to be doing stuff that's going to be going over things that you've done over the last few weeks, just to make sure that it's really embedded in your brains and that you've fully understood it. It's going to be a bit more text-based this week rather than a lot of the stuff we've had video-based, but I would recommend you go back to some of those videos as well. So we're looking to deepen your understanding. We're going to use a chapter from a textbook which you'll have, and there's some links to that on the Teams as well if you haven't got a copy of that with you. We're going to do some worksheets which I'll email out to you, and again I've put on the Teams section. And we're going to use some pre-chewed stuff as well, because I'm sure you've all missed it because we've not used it for a while. And as I said, my intention is to hopefully start seeing you all either in the classroom or through Teams over the next few weeks, and so we can make sure we're really connected, and I can help you with any issues you've got, and we can talk about all the work and talk about all the theories and everything we'll look at, and that should be absolutely brilliant. Right. So task one this week, we're looking at a document called The Core Ideas and Principles of Socialism and How They Relate to Human Nature, the State, Society and the Economy. Now that should all sound fairly familiar with you because you have watched videos that I have done on socialism and human nature, socialism and society, socialism and the economy, and socialism and the state. So hopefully when you then go into this, and there's quite a lot of writing in it, and there's a textbook stuff to refer to as well. So when you then get into the denser text on all of this, it won't sit there in front of you and you'll go, God, I don't understand any of this. Hopefully, having done the video work over the last couple of weeks, you'll start reading through it and go, yeah, this relates to that, that relates to that. Again, if because you've done something crazy like have some sleep or something, you're a bit hazy, you can't remember it, it's well worth going back to the political ideas playlist or the politics playlist and getting those videos out and re-watching them again. Maybe start with the basics one, go through the human nature, the society, the state, the economy, all of those different ones, just to remind yourself of that stuff. Look back over the notes and things you've done over the last week or two. You've all been producing some really excellent stuff in terms of what I've seen, so there should be a lot in there. Right, so the worksheet will be on Teams. I'll also email it to you. Make sure that you read through the text, fill in the boxes, and then you're only filling in those boxes, use what's in the text, use what's in the textbook, use what's in my videos, and that should hopefully be fairly straightforward. It looks at collectivism as a concept, it looks at social equality, it looks at social class, it looks at socialist attitudes towards private property. So all of this should be stuff that you've had a bit of an insight and look into already. If you get lost in it at all, then don't worry about it. Please give us a shout either by email or comments on here, or use the new stuff that we've got with Microsoft Teams and talk to me that way as well. And we can work through it, and hopefully you can all, through the Teams, you can all talk to each other as well. Right. The second task, again, this is something that should seem fairly familiar. We're looking at the different views and tensions with socialism, and this is really going to help as we move later on and we do some of the assess work, look at some of the potential essay stuff on socialism. We're not doing the essay stuff this week, but we are building that bits of knowledge. So this is another worksheet, again, similar to the other ones, quite a lot of text in there, there's boxes to fill in. Again, go back to my video, the video 6 of the socialism one, the one that looks at the different types of socialism, and that should help, because I go through all the different kind of types of fundamentalist socialism and the revisionist socialism, so you can pick out the different bits in terms of revolutionary socialism, democratic socialism, social democracy, the third way, and that's essentially what this document is then taking you through, is looking at some of the stuff that they differ on. There's also a bit in there that I really quite liked when I got this, which is it literally looks at some of Corbyn's policies and asks you to decide where do these fit. Now, is this social democracy, or is this democratic socialism? Is this kind of proper socialism, or the more moderate versions, more modern versions? And it helps really unpick. We've seen Corbyn being presented as this really kind of extreme figure, and hopefully what this document will help you do is it'll make you decide in the context of socialism, is that true, or actually is it the public perception, and maybe more in particular the media's perception, is shifted in terms of how social democracy is seen. Whilst if you go back to kind of the earlier points in Corbyn's career, if you go back to the 70s and 80s, whether that was just what socialism was. Of course, we've spoken about in other parts of the politics course. We talked about the disaster of the manifesto of 1983. So, right. So hopefully that will all work. And again, the worksheet it's on Teams already, and I will be emailing it out as well. And this is the one on the differing views and tensions within socialism. Right, as I said, we're going to have a bit of a return to pre-chewed politics, because we've not used it for a while. I know a lot of you will have missed it terribly. I'm hoping you've gained a great affinity for my videos as well, and hopefully a huge preference for my videos, but who knows. I did see one comment, I think it might have been Harrison, put something on one of the comments boxes, which made me very happy, which seems to suggest that you like my videos more. So there's a series of videos, 4 of them, that they go through some of the political ideas. So revolutionary socialism, evolutionary socialism, that. So videos 5, 6, 7, and 8. You have to go to the political ideas section. You then have to choose socialism. Videos 5, 6, 7, and 8 looks at different types of socialism. Complete those worksheets. Should again be fairly straightforward. A lot of you have got really good when we were using pre-chewed before, and we're filling in those in really well. And again, there shouldn't be anything in there that's shocking and surprising and really difficult and different to you, because it is consolidating stuff that you've done through my videos and through the reading you'll have done, and therefore hopefully you'll start to feel quite familiar and quite confident with that material. Again, any problems, it might be worded in a different way, it might come from a different angle, might use some different phrases. So if you get thrown by any of that, don't panic. Again, ask for help. Task 4. Now, you might have seen a load of these. I feel that this has been one of the kind of the big things. It's brought in quite a big change in the YouTube channel over the last few weeks. I think I've done about 23 of these already, something like that. But I've been doing these done in 60 seconds videos. Again, I'd love some feedback. Do you really like these? They do seem to be getting lots of views, but what I can't tell with the views is I can't tell who's watching them. I don't know whether it's you guys or other people. And I've been doing it on the key thinkers. I've done it on the five liberal key thinkers. I've done the 5 socialist key thinkers. Once I finish doing this video, I'm actually going to do one on the first of the conservative key thinkers, and there's other ones on history and other bits of politics on there as well. I want you to watch, and if you haven't watched them already, watch them. If you've watched them already, watch them again. The 5 on the key thinkers. So we got Marx and Engels, Rosa Luxemburg, Beatrice Webb, Anthony Crossland, and Anthony Giddens. So these are the 5 key thinkers. And remember, we're going to be moving on towards the assessment type work in the next week, and you have to be able to use these key thinkers. These should be nice, short and sharp. Well, the actual, I make sure I'm just talking 60 seconds. I'm just looking at this, and it irritates me. This video is slightly longer because sometimes I'm really bad at pressing stop, which is something I'll try and work on. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to prepare, and if you can record it, brilliant. If you don't feel you have to, but if you can record it, absolutely brilliant. But I want you to prepare doing your own, done in 60 seconds, explaining why one of these is the best or the most important. I mean, you might not feel best. I know some of you are not immense socialists. Some of you are. So some of you might think that some of these people are the absolute bee's knees. Some of you might just be picking the one that you think has got the most interesting or is the most important. Might be a different way of looking at it. So if you don't like any of them, do most important. If you like some of them, then do the one that you like the most. If you like all of them, then pick the one that you like the most. And what I'm really hoping is we'll get some people to share these, maybe in the kind of nice private area of Teams, and we'll get some people, if we have a get together or something on Teams later this week and have a tutorial or lesson or whatever you want to call it, then some people might in that situation do these and talk us through them. Again, it's just a nice little attitude, a nice little exercise. I found them quite fun to do. They're quite challenging, as you know, and I'm demonstrating at the moment. I can talk for England, so trying to do things in 60 seconds I find quite challenging. I hope you're finding them as useful. They might be a huge relief to some of you and go, brilliant, Alan's going to explain something to me and he's going to have to do it quickly. Right. So they're the tasks for this week. I'm hoping that is all fairly straightforward and it will make you feel more confident in what we've been doing because it's consolidating stuff we've looked at already. Next week we're going to be finishing off socialism and we'll do some more assessment stuff. And I'll also start introducing conservatism to you, which is our final block for this academic year before we look at nationalism, which won't be doing, I think, during the school term. Well, we won't be doing during the school term this year. I will keep putting videos and stuff up, so there might be some videos to watch over the summer holidays on that one, and we will go through all of that when we come back in September, assuming that everything is more normal back then. I'm really hoping everything is a lot more normal by then. It does look like we're definitely going in that direction, so fingers crossed, and all that goes nice and smoothly. So more of you will keep getting invited to college sessions on Monday mornings or Tuesday afternoons. I'm hoping to get my head around the online support stuff so we can meet up in that way as well. So there should hopefully be plenty of stuff from me to help you guys out and try and make this stuff easier. I know it's really hard. I've got daughters at home, one who's in year 10 and one who's in year 12 like you. I know it's really tough at the moment. I know it's all very stressful, but we can work together through it and we can make some really good progress. And I've been receiving lots of excellent work from all of you. And I do feel for all of you in the position of what's going on. But together we can work through it. Right. Hopefully you're all listening to this and you're seeing this and it's been helpful to you. Please crack on with the work this week. Make contact with me, talk to me, and we will hopefully have a great week. I'll see you all soon. Thank you very much.